Hello, Greg. This is Scott Wells, and thank you very much for watching this little video. I thought it might be easier if I post this rather than trying to type a lot of words to get back to you. I appreciate the email that you had sent me and with your concerns, and I understand certainly. I'm trying to, obviously, as a lecturer coordinator, trying to get as many good lecturers routed around the country as I can. And in particular, during the wintertime, it seems like most of the guys are trying to see if they can get down to Florida, since it's hard enough to get around during the December, January, February months, with the weather being as it is across the rest of the U.S., but Florida should be a little bit easier. That's why it seems like everybody's trying to converge on that. But the fact that they have then had to cancel, is, well, first of all, shouldn't be happening then at all. And I can only apologize on their behalf. Again, I'm just a conduit. I feel like that I'm the one who tries to put these things together for everybody. What they do are their decisions, and I'm kind of passing on whatever they can do. And I first of all try to vet every lecturer to make sure that it's going to be someone who is going to move magic forward, somebody who will be a good lecturer. It may not be somebody that you've necessarily heard of before. Could be somebody from out of the country. And that's another issue from time to time, that I need to make sure whenever the people are telling me they're going to be coming in, that they've got a visa, a work visa, so they're going to be able to come in and actually perform. I've had one fellow who actually was turned away after he arrived in the U.S. They asked if he had why he was here. He told them, and they said, can't work here unless you got a visa, and he took the next flight back to Switzerland. Anyhow, I want to make sure those kinds of things never happen to me or to the lecturers that I recommend who are coming through on this. But in specific, as to Michael Dardant, I will say that he filled in admirably whenever the Doug Conn had his situation happen. And just as an aside, again on Doug, that was a completely unusual situation. Specifically, that he had a family issue, plus his car broke down. There was kind of a perfect storm that happened in his life, that he was just not in the right place emotionally, financially, or physically to be able to make that tour happen during the month of January. So he did have to cancel, but was able to get Michael Dardant to fill in. I had originally tried to plan, rather Michael was going to be coming in February, would have had a nice full tour of several cities throughout Florida. However, it was broken up by him having to fill in for the dates for Doug, and then having to come back and then try to take a couple of extra dates in February. So it was kind of a stunted tour, if you will. So it was really a completely unique situation that hopefully it will never happen again, but for any other lecturer then as well. You can certainly understand that if he's going to be coming down, or any lecturer is going to be coming down for a lecture, in order to make it worth their time, that they're going to have to try to make it for a few lectures, that they really just can't come down for a one-off or two lectures. It's just not going to be worth their time to fly in and rent a car and get around and make a couple $100. It's not even really a break even if they have a lot of back of the room lecture stuff to sell. So the point is that Michael said in order to make this really worthwhile financially for him to make this was going to be he'd have to have like 3 dates in order to make it happen. As to why he had to cancel the 1st of February, he really wasn't clear to me, other than just as he was leaving to go on a cruise ship, something had come up, and he said, I'm going to have to cancel or postpone. And so I was just passing this on to the group, and unfortunately that the dates were going to be falling right immediately after he got back off the ship, and then he contacted me and said, hey, yeah, this is not going to work out. So I was trying to struggle to quickly put all this back together, if at all possible, towards the end of February. Now, I will say that at this point that Fort Lauderdale has been looking at trying to book him on the 27th. I think I told you the dates he was going to be available to 16th through the 27th of February, and that the 27th, which is on a Thursday, the last night he would be available, that Fort Lauderdale is considering having him then. I believe that they're trying to see, they're supposed to have had him, I guess, on the 12th here this month, and they need to see if they can get their money back on the venue that they have actually put down as deposit and move that forward to the 27th for him to make it there. West Palm Beach has said, yes, we will take him on the 24th, which is a Monday. It's possible that Miami might be taking him on the 20th. which is a Thursday, before that West Palm was, I'm sorry, Fort Lauderdale was going to be taking him. And then if Leesburg was able to fill in one of those dates, that would make 4, which was all the better. So I've got a lot of balls in the air I'm trying to juggle to make this whole thing happen, and I should know within the next 48 hours or so. I believe that some of the clubs are meeting today or tomorrow. They're talking to the board. They have to, a lot of things that are happening. The point is that if you would seriously consider having Michael and rescheduling him for this date, you'd be glad if you want to show this video to the club, or send the link to them to let them kind of know what's up and what's happening with this. Perhaps, I don't know whether that would have any, it would help at all, but I'm just trying to appeal, I guess, on Michael's behalf, and to apologize for the problem that you've had going forward. Again, I've done this for over a decade, and I haven't had this kind of an issue. There has been, something where someone has canceled once or twice before for other reasons, but nothing has been, as I said, this perfect storm where a couple people have had to cancel. And then you had that problem with Daryl then in December. That's pretty odd for this to happen now for 3 months in a row. I can understand why that your credibility would be pushed, particularly starting off the first of the year here. So anyhow, let me just ask, if you will please, to reconsider possibly hosting him, and I will get back to you again by email or with a video, just to let you know an update once that I hear back for sure from the Fort Lauderdale and the so you got West Palm Beach, and then the Fort Lauderdale and Miami group, to see if they'll be able to do that. Again, it's looking favorable. It's better than a 50-50 chance, but I will keep you up to date as to what's happening as I learn something. So anyhow, thanks very much. You can see this is a lot longer than I could have typed and put into a letter, and hopefully that this will be a better explanation as to what happened. So very well, that's all from me right now, and that if you have any questions, send a video back to me, or you could just drop an email, give me a call, and you've got all my contact information. Thanks very much. Have a good day.